What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about my final predictions, my excitement, my hype for the Xbox Bethesda show. I love making these videos. You guys always tend to really like them, and so we're going to do that. We're going to predict what I think is going to be at the show and kind of just talk generally about how excited I am. Now, I will be co-streaming, so you can come back tomorrow 1 hour before the show starts. I will be live, okay? So if you want to watch the show with me, can't wait. Last year's show was killer, and that's going to be probably a theme of this video, right, is naturally, I think we're going to probably compare this year's to last year's. And I thought last year's they did phenomenal. I thought last year's was the best show of E3 and of E3 time. And they really just did a great job. So this year, you know, and I have help, right? When I'm making these predictions, I have help because we've seen a lot of leaks so far and kind of what to expect from the show. And one main theme is gameplay. We're going to see a lot of gameplay from a lot of different games. I don't think every game will necessarily have gameplay, but I think most of them will, and then probably Game Pass. And I mean, these could be general things, like it's like, oh, no duh, Game Pass is going to be there. But you can tell already from like Summer Game Fest, that was a big theme. TMNT, Warhammer Dark Tide, or whatever, you know, I mean, there's a lot of games that are coming out that are also going to be on Game Pass. So I honestly expect Microsoft to kind of swing big for Game Pass. So let's start there with predictions. I really think they're going to try, and I've made this prediction, and I've seen this kind of floating around, is that I think 1 out of 3 of Gotham Knights, Saints Row, and Marvel's Midnight Suns. I think at least one of those 3 is going to be on Game Pass. And that's a prediction. I could very well be wrong, but I just think they're going to swing. And when you think of games that are coming out this fall that are available to potentially be on a Game Pass, those 3 very much, I think, could satisfy something. Gotham Knights with kind of a multiplayer DC, obviously, element. You know, like a Saints Row, just kind of open world, go at it, right? And then Midnight Suns, well, Marvel, you know, just kind of a different thing there. So I really think that works. Maybe even like a Need for Speed, the new Need for Speed game from EA. I think that would be a pretty nice get for the show. In terms of, obviously, their own stuff, I would be most excited to see games like Fable. Now, the rumor is Fable's not going. Okay, so that's something I want to make known. Not necessarily a prediction, but just something to talk about the show in general. Fable, rumor has it, is not going to be there. Avowed will. Avowed seems to have gameplay that's going to be shown. Hellblade should be there. That should have gameplay shown. Honestly, and it's tough with those 2 games in particular because it's like I want release dates, but they're probably in 2023. There has been rumors that Hellblade 2 could be this fall. So if that happens, then yes, Hellblade I think should get a release date or would get a release date. But something like Avowed, I mean, you could just show a gameplay dive and you could say, I don't even know, you could say summer 2023. I guess that would probably be something you have to give like a season or like a quarter or something, right? So obviously you have those. Indiana Jones, I know there's been talk around that. I'm personally hoping for Crash. I'm hoping for Now, the Activision deal hasn't gone through yet, right? They're not officially owned by Microsoft, but I would not be shocked if, and we've heard about this rumored, you know, this next new Crash game, wouldn't be shocked if we had something like that from Activision that was a Crash game, could be there. That's kind of one of my own very big, you know, personal hopes. Starfield gameplay, that's, I guess, questionable, so I'll list that as a prediction because, you know, I've said like, oh yeah, I expect Starfield's gameplay to be there, and people will say, really? Because, you know, it got delayed and we don't know when it's coming out. I think so. Now, will they give a new release date? I don't think so. But I do think we'll see gameplay because we still haven't. I mean, we haven't had like a deep dive, and this is a perfect, you know, opportunity to do that. So I can imagine a deep dive, and then we get a release date in the fall that, you know, it comes out first half of next year. Redfall, kind of the same thing. I think Redfall is probably going to come after Starfield now, which is weird because it was actually going to be reversed. But that's something that I could see gameplay for as well. Pretty much like any game, I guess, besides something like an Everwild and Fable, it seems like they're going to show something of or is going to be there. So that to kind of lay a blanket statement, there's that. I know people have asked me about the IO James Bond game or even the IO that Dragon game. I wouldn't be shocked to see at least one of IO Interactive's games at Microsoft show. I think that's totally possible. I would say this, though, and this is, again, like a generality or a general statement. I think this show is going to be, obviously, a lot of Xbox-owned things, because I know I've been asked for, like, third-party stuff. I really think the third-party things we get would be Game Pass things. So, again, an announcement of, hey, Gotham Knights, and maybe they don't even show anything. They just show a graphic, and they say here it's coming on Game Pass, right? That's what I think for the majority. Like Activision, I guess, would be third party, but obviously you can see like the writing on the walls where it's like, oh, they show up at Microsoft, right? But besides Activision, I really think if you see a third party game like a Midnight Suns or like Need for Speed or something, or even like a brand new game. I mean, Need for Speed we know, but we haven't seen it yet. So if they do like a reveal trailer for Need for Speed at the time, like when we're watching it live, I would say for sure at the end it's going to say available on Game Pass. Like there's no way it wouldn't. You know what I mean? So that's what I think we'll get for pretty much any third-party game. And then first-party, obviously, what we have. Again, biggest things for me would be like Fable, which is disappointing. That I hope it's there. If again, I kind of expect it not to be because people have said that it's not going to be. Indiana Jones, I would definitely like to see gameplay. Hellblade, I'd like a release date for. Those would kind of, I'm trying to think if there's any other things that massively stand out to me. Those would probably be some of my major 3 things, you know, to see from the event. So I'm very pumped, as you can maybe tell, maybe not, but I'm very excited. Again, we'll be live 1 hour before the show. We'll chat, we'll do more predictions, more final things, and then we'll watch the show together. And then I'll have videos on the channel after that as well, okay? So let me know your predictions, your thoughts, if you think it's going to be good. Again, they killed it. I mean, I'm not shying away from that. Last year, they did a great job. I was so impressed by them, truly. I really was. And by the way, I'm not really a fanboy to either of the, you know, Sony or Microsoft. I call it for what it is, and I thought they crushed it. So I'm hoping for the same thing here. Let's have a big show. Let's have things that maybe you can expect, like a Sea of Thieves stuff, but let's have some big surprises as well, and I think they'll give it to us. So let me know what you think. Make sure you guys are subscribed, bell icon turned on. If you want to follow me on Twitter, I'll be, you know, posting the live stream there. If you want to, you know, check in for updates, my Twitter is in the description, along with my second YouTube channel, along with our Patreon and YouTube memberships as well. Thank you for watching, guys, and I hope to see you all on the next video.